Now this is my cracked dash, just as it came out of the car. I'm going to fill up these cracks with some hot glue. Okay? Now if you feel these, you can feel that there is a little lip right here on top of both of them, on each side. So that's going to have to be sanded down. And it's the same thing with over here. I might go in here on some of these just a little bit to allow the glue to go in a little better. Okay, you want to get it down as far as you can. So we want to maybe make that like a V. Okay, so we get a good shot with the glue. Now since this is going to be covered with a pad anyway, I'm not going to go real crazy with it. I'm just going to fill up these cracks. Now, if you wanted to really reuse this and repaint it, you could use a plastic repair adhesive and mix it up and put it in here, then sand it down. Then they have like a plastic glaze that goes on top of it. You could put that on top of it, then you could spray the whole thing. But the thing is, lots of times you have a vinyl imprint on here, the grain of the vinyl, and you're not going to see that. You're just going to see a little spattering effect. And it's going to look cheap. That's why I'm not doing it. Okay? I'm going to put on a pad, and now the pad has a vinyl print on it too. It don't matter. You see, now this is vinyl. This has a real vinyl inlay right on it. And that's going to make it look, like original too. You see? But that isn't even good enough for me. I'm going to cover this with leather when it's on a dash. But first I want to make sure that I fill up these cracks. So we're going to go ahead now and sand these down a little bit. At least so I get rid of that ridge in there. I can still feel a little bit. You might want to get yourself a little wooden pad or something to go in here. So you have something a little firmer to go over that way. Now if I see some edge on here, let me see how hard this is to cut off. It's not too bad. Not too easy either. You want to clean out all this crap that's in here. So anything that's loose, you can get it out. Especially if you got like a piece that's broken off or stuck in there. That won't allow your glue to go all the way down into it. Like that one piece I just took off that was in here. This goes all the way down to the base too. What you really need is a little sanding pad, similar to this, with maybe some 80 grit paper. This is 36, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to change the paper. I'm going to go ahead and put some good paper on here, then sand the rest of this down. Now I'm using some 50 grit sandpaper, but this is some really cheap sandpaper. Only get sandpaper made in the United States. Trying to get rid of this little lip that's here. Now it's not going to really matter that much because I'm putting a big cover over the whole thing. I want to get it down pretty good though. like I said, they do make vinyl paint to go on this thing, but you're not going to get no vinyl grain on it, and it's going to look like crap. You just want to make sure that it's nice and smooth. That's not bad now. I'm going to go ahead and do the other pieces on here, the other cracks. I only got one more. Oh, I got this little one here, and I got a little tiny one over here. We're going to sand them down, and then we're going to fill them up. Here's one more thing. If you're going to paint this whole thing anyway, despite what I told you, you're going to have to sand this whole dash, because this plastic is old and it's all crumbling and it's deteriorating, and so that paint is not going to stick to some dried out plastic. You got to like get down to something that has some life to it, and you have to sand it down a bit. All right? Now, I just found out that some of this stuff is really, really dried out and rotten on here. So I'm going to cut this down to make it a V groove here, to get some of that old stuff out of there. I still have to get an air hose and blow this thing off when I'm finished. But you want to try to get to some halfway decent vinyl before you put your hot glue in. I'm going to go ahead and try to fill this thing in here, see what happens. You want to really fill that valley in. It's even better to go a little higher above it and just let it flow down in there. And then after she sets up, you get a razor, a little razor, and just go cut it right off. Then you're ready to put on your cover. Oh, if you have an older dash that you can't get a plastic panel replacement for, the best thing you can do is just sand this down, then get some vinyl spray and some regular heavy-duty vinyl. Just, you have a heat gun with you, then just lay it right out and glue it right down or wrap it over, and you'll be set. Of course, that might be beyond most people's capabilities, but take it to an upholstery shop then. It's the only way you're going to make it look real, or as good, if not better than original. If you just want to paint this thing whatever the hell color you want to paint it, go ahead and do it. But it's not going to come out anything like the original, let me tell you. This is Vince, Auto Restoration Videos. Check out my website, autorestorationvideos.com. You can check us out on Facebook under Auto Restoration Videos. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. You need a straight edge razor like this. Oh, one more thing. And you're going to keep it flat on this dashboard like this. Don't dig into the dash. We're just cutting off the hot glue. might want to double check your work to make sure there's no edges. But that looks really good. Well, you got the idea. Now, like I said before, I'm going to be putting a plastic overlay on this, and then I'm going to be covering that overlay with leather. Now, the same way I'm going to put on that leather is the same way you could cover this with vinyl. Okay, you're just going to use a slightly different glue. That's the only difference. And a heat gun. Alright, now, if you want to see how to finish this project in leather, I suggest you purchase my video on how to recover a dash. Okay, Vince again. Auto Restoration Videos. Have a good day.